We truly want to get, like, what really fills our love tank is, yeah, I love seeing Lauren and Ryan and those types cross the finish line. But what really fills our love tank is when that person is in tears because it's the first finish line they've ever crossed, or maybe they haven't done anything since middle school or high school and they've let themselves go. They've kind of disrespected themselves. And that one crazy friend of theirs put their coaching hat on and pulled their ass to the start line, and they finish, and now they feel a little buzzed. They sneak home and see themselves on the leaderboard. They're looking a few weeks later and like, oh my gosh, that kind of felt good. I've never experienced that before. That's a different vision than just traditional sport. Yes, traditional sport. Like, it's we sit on the couch and we watch the best of the best, maybe the strongest, if it's weightlifting or powerlifting, or a Rich Froning and a Tia Claire Tooming or a Matt Frazier. It's like, whoa, dude, that is for the one percenters. Even after years of training, it's still for the one percenters. You see, it's a different scope of like, we want to go out in town and touch the people that need to be touched with fitness. And I just love the fact, and I call it non-debatable all the time. And it's if it's DECA or it's deadly, you pull anybody off the street and there's a damn good chance, as is, with zero training, low risk of injury, meet you right where you're at right now, they're going to cross that damn finish line. And the beautiful thing is we're going to periodically bolt on the exact same thing. And Susie or Bill, I'm like, damn, 2 years ago, I can't believe I used to do this. It used to take me this long. That feels like so long ago. And they start to feel, they understand training for the sport of life, basically. So anyway, that's really, we have the labors and the zones are a little different, but the concept is the same, and it truly is broad reaching. I like to say, if you can walk and breathe, there's a damn good chance you're going to find the finish line. And that's not true for all participatory sport. Most participatory sport is I've done it all. I love it. Marathon, half marathon, Spartan, Tough Mudder, triathlon, High Rocks, and CrossFit Open. I love all that stuff. And it's got a beautiful place, and it's all done really well. But and that's why we spent so much time in the lab, is like, could we possibly find a finish line where, it's like, hey, the product's done, to where it's this broad brush stroke where almost every human on planet Earth can do it right freaking now. So it's just a little different mission statement. It's all good, man. Every brand that I listed, I love it. You're getting people to the finish line, and they're training for something. That's a beautiful thing.
Well, I remember watching, there's been lots of videos like this where they'll talk about CrossFit and said, if I was going to design CrossFit, it'd be fundamentals, like barbell back squat, conventional deadlift and fundamentals. And I'm like, you're missing the point. What CrossFit is what has made CrossFit so special for so many people is because of what it is. Whether some people might look at it and go, I'm not as into the gymnastic type stuff or the technicality or the barbell Olympic lifting, but that's what makes it special. And when it comes to DECA and Deadly Dozen, where people might critique it and say, oh, I would have done this, or I would have changed this labor, it's almost a little bit irrelevant, because the race is what it is. The marathon is what it is. The ultra is what it is. The Barkley marathons are what they are, and that's what makes them special. It's almost like the imperfections are what make them special. Maybe that one labor is that little bit too long for people, or maybe the push press is, for some people it's a little bit heavy, but then the farmer's carry could be heavier for others. And actually, what I love about our style of fitness racing is it doesn't change. And what we've created is, everyone, when I created Deadly, was saying to me, like, get boring. What do you mean it doesn't change? Fitness races have got to change, because it was that CrossFit mentality, even though you had obviously High Rocks and DECA and that standard. But I was like, hang on a minute, in the UK we have parkrun, and there's 5Ks every weekend, and people travel the world doing these park runs, right? And I was like, I want to be like the park run of fitness racing. And it was about, I want a race that doesn't change, works all the fundamentals. Absolutely everyone can do it, within reason. There's got to be some strength barrier, otherwise you're just body weight. So there's some barriers to entry in terms of you've got to get fit, but there's nothing that's saying you've got to be able to do a muscle up or you've got to be able to do a full Olympic snatch. It's you can absolutely train to do DECA, you can absolutely train to do deadly dozen. And it's about, you know what, if you think the weights are light, go harder, go faster. I mean, we've only had one person worldwide out of thousands of athletes that have broke 40 minutes. And it's a hard race, and it's just a beautiful thing. I mean, one question for you is, obviously you guys have achieved so much and expanded to so many countries. There's hundreds, if not, thousands of races worldwide now, including the gym and the events. What's your aim then? What's your big picture aim for? We know you want to get millions of people racing, but where do you see DECA in the next 2, 3, 5 years? What's the mission there?
Yeah. So ultimately, I promise that we will never step away from our core foundation, which is celebrating fitness. You hear me say that a lot. Celebrating the power of fitness inside the brick and mortar, and in some cases outside the brick and mortar. Gyms, clubs, studios, boxes. We have recreation centers, University of Connecticut. We have military bases. That is our true convention center. It's like, what do you mean, Yancey? The convention center, that's a 100,000 square foot facility. No, the true convention center where true magic happens every single weekend is anywhere from 10, 15, 20 to up to 50 plus gym events take place inside gyms, clubs, studios, and boxes globally now, many countries, where 50 to 150 people come together and they walk in, they're nail-biting nervous. Many cases, they do the individual, the team division, or maybe the ruck division, and they cross that finish line and they earn a mark. And they competed in an official, globally recognized sport that was a 2-minute drive from their home. Where about, if you look at our 4,500 events, about 65% of the people that buy a ticket are a member of that gym. 35% have never walked in that gym before in their life. And a strong percentage of that 35%, they don't have a gym home right now. Normally, what happens is a member of that gym put their coaching hat on and invited somebody. They invited friends in, so that's our ultimate goal. We will never shy. I don't care if we have 10,000 people coming to every convention center, expo center event. We will never step away from the power of that gym being able to make some revenue, and test their fitness of their people. So it provides one of the key goals is to create more purpose to that training. So when you're coming to class to train, okay, it's not exercising. Like I said, we're training for the sport of life, and it just meshes really well with that. So ultimately, Emily and Brian and I, and have always kicked around the term, 3,000. I've been saying it since 2019, 2020. Is we ultimately want 3,000 plus gyms globally hosting over 10,000 events a year,